Yo, ho, ho. Good morning. Bills Mafia. Football is back. Thank God. Thank God. We actually have some things that we could watch, review, discuss, besides some of those puff pieces about how we can relate certain Buffalo Bills players to maybe some chicken wing flavors. I know that that's something we are entirely sick of, but I mean, here we are, guys. Day one of training camp. St. John Fisher College, Rochester, New York. I have been scrolling through Twitter like a madman for the past like hour and a half. I got no sleep. I literally felt like a child on Christmas. This marks a couple of very important dates. Number one starts off with the fact that football is back, which is incredible. Number two, this also begins my life being completely gone. All right. All the way up until February. This is the beginning of my YouTube sort of season within football. So it's going to be a consistent basis, literally day in and day out, nonstop Buffalo Bills NFL coverage. I see a lot of people in the chat already. Say, for example, you're new here, please introduce yourself. Go on ahead, hop up in the live chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what your favorite team is, because I know it's not always Bills Mafia that comes in here. Each and every single one of you are welcome. So please sound off. Where are you tuning in from this morning? Really love to hear it. We got Cameron in the chat. We got Leah in the chat. We got Volcano. He's our Tennessee Titans representative over here. Cameron's representing the Bills. Tell me, guys, where are we tuning in from? By the way, as you guys know, this is Sean McDermott's presser reaction. He is set to go on at about 9:15. I am scrolling through Twitter like a madman to make sure that I do not miss a single word. But yeah, guys, once again, please introduce yourself in the live chat if this is your first time tuning in. Where are you coming from? Have to absolutely love it. Guys, we have a jam-packed schedule for each and every single one of you today. All right. Like I said, this is 1,000% my season. And I just want to let everybody know what we have on the books for today, day one of training camp. So right as you can see, listen, oh man, look at that. And so I made it myself. Just go on ahead and just call me an artist for the most part. But yes, most definitely. Training camp day one scheduled today on the channel, baby. All right, so this is going to be our Sean McDermott live reaction presser. We're going to watch it. We're going to discuss for a little bit. I'm probably going to go till about 10 o'clock, 10:15. Then I'm going to take a 45-minute break, and then I'm on for a 2-hour episode of Don Mafia Live. All right, we are going to be scrolling through Twitter, trying to find clips of practice, and then we're also going to listen to the Brandon Beane interview, and then also any player interviews as well right afterwards, live reaction. So don't miss that. Mark your calendars, put your notification bells on, and then Bills Mafia Happy Hour is going to be at 5 p.m., where we have a special guest from #Sports, Mario. And him and I are going to be discussing our largest takeaways from day one, and we're going to be taking in call-ins as well. So if any of you guys ever wanted to come on the show before, sort of give me your take, maybe even talk a little trash, no idea. Just go on ahead and knock it out. So say, for example, you're new here, definitely go on ahead and subscribe to this channel because we are going to be putting out regular content on the Buffalo Bills, and I look forward to growing my community. I love each and every single one of you guys, so definitely go on ahead and consider that. All right, listen, I want to see a lot more people introduce yourself. I see 48 people in here, and I know you're being shy. Listen, this is Christmas for me, at least. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome to the Bills Mafia. One thing I do want to say is that this episode is obviously brought to you by Bocce Club Pizza. Bocce Club Pizza is hands down the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. You cannot change my mind. All right. Now, one thing I do want to say is that you don't need to be in Buffalo to enjoy the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. They are now shipping nationwide. That is right. They're literally taking a pizza, boxing it up, and mailing it to you. All you need to do is legitimately just open the box, throw it in the oven, and boom, you have a taste from home. All right? Simply go to bocceclubpizza.com, pick whatever pizza you want, and right before you check out, use code DAN, D-A-N, and they will give you 10% off. So whether or not that, say for example, that you were from Buffalo originally, but then you moved away and you miss quality pizza, this is for you. Say, for example, that you have a loved one that moved away from Buffalo and they're homesick. Send them over at Bocce Club Pizza. Proud partner of Don Mafia Live. Love working with these guys. Let's just say that I've ordered several of them. And then once I have my football parties over in South Carolina this year, we're about to be completely shoving some bocce club pizza down my throat. Damn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get to the chat here in a second. And I do want to give everybody, and so I do want to make everybody help me out here. Say, for example, you're scrolling through Twitter, or X rather. Let me know, because I am refreshing, and I know that the Bills typically take a while to get it going. So once you see it streaming on Twitter or streaming anywhere, let me know so we can go on ahead and watch all of this together. Bill, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Charlottesville, Virginia. Absolutely love it. West Palm Beach, Florida. Love West Palm. Love West Palm. Absolutely beautiful. What's up, Aviana? How are you? You are Spears Bills Chat's friend. That is what's going on. Spears, thank you so much for letting the whole world know. Letting the whole world know about Da Mafia Live, the Dan Mitchell channel. I appreciate that. Chris, Toronto, baby. Go Bills. That's what I'm talking about. Samuel, what's going on? Go Bills from Tampa, Florida. Love Tampa. In fact, I'm going to be going down to Key West and Miami here in a couple of weeks. So a lot of these shows are going to be live from the pool, live from the bar. Who knows? But we shall see. What's good, Jaco? What's good, man? Hope all is well. Alexander, what's going on, man? Been following since 2020 with the OG game reviews. Hey, man, listen, I appreciate that. Fun fact is that I was finally able to make this social media thing a full-time career. It was a lot of years and years of hard work and consistency, but I can say I'm absolutely thrilled of being able to just talk football for a living. I absolutely love it. Amazing thing. So I appreciate the support from the very beginning. And we have a lot of very fun things in store this year, guys. We're going to be doing live game reactions. Those are coming back, play-by-plays. The Buffalo Bills are going to annihilate blank team videos. Once again, they normally get me trolled by other fan bases, especially if I'm wrong. But have to do it. Jizzy Fresh, yo ho ho. That's what I'm talking about. South Buffalo, that's my stomping grounds, man. Down visiting North Carolina from New York. Whereabouts in North Carolina? I know that we all want to hear that. By the way, guys, I'm still putting that on you for the most part to help me check Twitter, make sure that we don't see Sean McDermott going live. Because soon as when that comes in, we are going to live react. Joe says, you look miserable. I believe I was during that. I took that picture like 4 or 5 months ago. I think I might have been hungover. Not entirely sure, but here we are. Low Piccolo, what's going on, man? And so, of course, you use a model-like pic for yourself? Dude, Low Piccolo, man. Let me tell you what. Joe thinks I look miserable. You think I look like a model? Nah, bro. I'm mid. I ain't that good. Dad, how is Jordan Phillips still injured coming from New York to Connecticut? I think that they're probably – and so I think Jordan Phillips and the Bills organization is just taking it one step at a time because they're on the PUP list. They can technically – be activated at any time. My best guess is that I think Sean McDermott's just not trying to take any chances since essentially he's seen that Jordan Phillips has a history of injury. So maybe he's just trying to, slowly but surely ease him in because he wants to make sure our defensive line depth is as considerable as possible. San Angelo, Texas. Love that. The Dan Slam of Buffalo Bills Mafia YouTube. What's going on, man? Hey, all Bills fans from Buffalo living in Sandy Creek, New York. Man, I am absolutely on another level, guys. Training camp is here. It's funny because I really hope that, thank God that this is my full-time thing now, because if I was working like my old career, I would not get anything done today. Sarasota, Florida, big Bills fan. Love that, Jeff. What's going on, man? Welcome to the Dom Mafia. Welcome to the Dan Mitchell channel. This right here is a community, guys. Say, for example, that you guys are just coming in. Please do not be shy. Come on in and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Let us know what you're thinking, man. Training camp is here. There's a lot of uncertainty around the Buffalo Bills, at least not from us, obviously, but from several media heads. They're all trying to go out there and say that, or dawn or crown the Jets. First press conference and training, and we are early. Okay, so first press conference of training camp, and we're early. First day of school. Sean McDermott just sat down, sitting here waiting on the Buffalo Bills to actually start streaming it. So hopefully once that happens, it's going to happen, guys. What's going on? Winston-Salem, Kim Betts. That is awesome. Michael, what's going on, man? Alabama. And so I hope no more Diggs drama. And so are they stretching on practicing Buffalo, New York, home of my youth. Absolutely love it. Bill Willis. And so everyone's making a big deal about Rodgers. He's not the second coming of Namath. He's on the downside of his career, and he has done that for a few years. As much as I would love to agree with you, man, he's still like an MVP 2 out of the past 3 years. I don't think particularly that 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 is that dude. You know what I mean? We're in a good spot with Stephon Diggs situation. Believes all is behind him. Okay, so this conference just ended up starting. Let me know once it gets on Twitter, guys, because normally they stream it on Twitter. I'm not seeing it right now. Let me know where else I can react to it as well. I think WGR has it too. Here, we'll go on ahead. We'll see if WGR has it. WGR Buffalo, New York. Talk to me. We'll check out YouTube too, because you know why? I could care less if this video is monetized. Whatever. Let's just get this going. I want this presser moving in right now. Let's see. Buffalo Bills channel. Let's see. Talk to me. Where the hell is this presser, baby? Where's the Buffalo Bills stream? We need this. We are so back. I love it. I love it. Yeah, guys, let me know if you're seeing it being streamed anywhere via video. Normally it's on Twitter and I'm not seeing it. Linda West, what is going on? Yo, it's 6 a.m. in LA and you're live. What's the deal? Sean McDermott is going live right now. I'm sitting here waiting for the Buffalo Bills to start streaming this on Twitter. Not seeing it. I don't know if WGR is the only place that actually has exclusive coverage. If that's the case, I sincerely apologize. But I'm tuning in from Buffalo at work, waiting to hear from Diggs. I want to see him. According to Sean McDermott, right? According to Sean McDermott, I guess all is well. And guys, listen, I'm sitting here waiting for Twitter to start streaming this. Let me know if anybody else knows where I could watch this with you guys. Normally it's on Twitter, but I'm not seeing it today. While we were on the Rodgers drama queen, he doesn't mesh well with rookies. No, he does not. No, let's go Buffalo. Troy, what's going on, man? Saw that Tyler ended up having a cab. Twitter is dead. X is the thing now. We are going to the Seneca Park Zoo in Rochester. That's awesome. Have a great time. Have a great time. Jeff Harris. Expecting big things from our defense under the McDermott leadership. You and I both. There you go. Talk to me. Nope, that's not even it. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Boom, baby. Got it. For a second, I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's absolutely no way that this isn't going down. Talk to me, Buffalo. This broadcast is ended? What do you mean? There's no way. Buffalo, talk to me. There's no way that he just talked for 3 seconds. Hold on. See, we thought we had it for a second. I think that they probably just had some technical difficulties to get on here. Dude, the Bills social media team's absolutely killing me. Maybe it's the Bills app. Good morning, Bills Mafia and the Dom Mafia. Wow, what's going on? How are you, Dan? I'm doing great. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this Buffalo Bills here. Talk to me about the broadcast. I think that they might have made a mistake. They're going to be back on here in a second, hopefully. Social media team scrambling. I'm scrambling. I sat here and I told you guys that we were going to be watching this together. Blake saying, tune it in from South Buffalo, your old stomping grounds. Absolutely, my friend. Well, I mean, I was more of an infant when I was there, but I spent about 3-4 years before I moved to Hamburg, so nothing completely out of the ordinary. What is going on? Bills head coach McDermott on wide receiver Stephon Diggs on 2 separate occasions. We're in a good spot. Saw that from Joe, but where are we, Bills Mafia? I don't know why these people keep calling me. Let's see. Billy Talon from Jamestown, New York, but live in England for the past 10 years. What is going on, man? We have quite a few Bills fans from across the pond. That always tune into this. New tweet notification. There's officially only 2. Okay, let's see. This is absolutely wild. It's absolutely wild that we're not even seeing this right now. I'm going crazy. These technical difficulties, man. Look at that. YouTube. See if we have the live Sean McDermott. There you go. Okay, fuck it. Oh, that was my stream. Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott, live. Stream. There you go.
Hang out a little bit after practice, catch up with Brandon and Terry and our trainer Nate Bresky, and so sometimes that'll still be the case, but more times than not, if all goes well at practice, I need to get out of here and get back to stay on schedule with those guys, with the defensive staff, because then there's a follow-up meeting with the players to review the film, and then I'll have to come back and watch it from an offensive and special teams perspective as well. So it's just a little bit of extra work.
More time in the lab. It sounds
More
like.
time in the lab. Yeah.
You told us a few times when talking about that, how excited you are to kind of do this again. Do you feel that more with training camp? Has it worn off since, the early days, or like, where are you feeling about that right now?
Yeah. I think first and foremost, the staff has done a really good job of complimenting me in the way of offsetting when I'm not in that role of a head coach and I'm working. I'm pulled some other direction, whether it's Matt Wars with my assistant, Matt Smiley, who steps up during the situations that we run at practice. You guys saw that in the spring. Really, the staff overall has done a great job of making my job a little bit easier that way. And then I look forward to it. I told the defense last night that I'm excited about doing this. I think one of the byproducts that I saw in the spring was just getting around the team a little bit more. Sometimes as a head coach, as Kyle, I think it was Kyle Williams used to tell me, you're kind of up in the behind the mahogany desk, right? That was his vision of it. I think it was Kyle. I think there is a piece of that that's accurate, that you're not always just to work hard. I've got to work hard to get myself ready to go in that capacity. And, I look forward to doing that.
So we can't rewind it as of right now, guys.
Guys have gotten, I guess, in trouble with the gambling policy and the rules with that. What kind of education do you or the league provide to make sure you guys are aware of everything they're allowed to or not allowed to?
Yeah, the NFL does a great job of educating our players and our staff. And for us, we held that meeting in the spring, where they came out and educated us on what is inbounds and what is out of bounds, and so that should provide great clarity to us as we move forward. And it's a little bit new, right, for all of us, this gambling being around the NFL and how this whole world is evolving around us as we speak. So it's important to know kind of where the guardrails are.
Sean, how do you prepare and watch film, if at all, differently with your head coach as opposed to the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just through a different lens. Sometimes it means, and it will mean, and it has in the past as well to some extent, but more so now, even going back through the film more than once. So there's a lot of film that we capture out here, and so that takes some time. So I'll go through it with the defensive staff when we're done practice. Usually I was able to hang out a little bit after practice, catch up with Brandon and Terry and our trainer Nate Bresky, and so sometimes that'll still be the case, but more times than not, if all goes well at practice, I need to get out of here and get back to stay on schedule with those guys, with the defensive staff, because then there's a follow-up meeting with the players to review the film, and then I'll have to come back and watch it from an offensive and special teams perspective as well. So it's just a little bit of extra work.
More time in the lab. It sounds
More
like.
time in the lab.
More
Yeah.
time in the lab. I love it.
Talking about that, how excited you are to kind of do this again. Do you feel that more with training camp? Has it worn off since, the early days, or like, where are you feeling about that right now?
Yeah. I think first and foremost, the staff has done a really good job of complimenting me in the way of offsetting when I'm not in that role of a head coach and I'm working. I'm pulled some other direction, whether it's Matt Wars with my assistant, Matt Smiley, who steps up during the situations that we run at practice. You guys saw that in the spring. Really, the staff overall has done a great job of making my job a little bit easier that way. And then I look forward to it. I told the defense last night that I'm excited about doing this. I think one of the byproducts that I saw in the spring was just getting around the team a little bit more. Sometimes as a head coach, As Kyle, I think it was Kyle Williams used to tell me, being you're kind of up in the behind the mahogany desk, right? That was his vision of it. I think it was Kyle. So I think there is a piece of that that's accurate, that you're not always around the people that you really need to and want to be around because the job pulls you. So that'll be the pull for me, really, is making sure I'm trying to, I'm in both places at once. But I think the byproduct is getting.
And so, unfortunately, I cannot stream the Bills games. Otherwise, it would be taken down almost immediately.
Closer,
Otherwise, I would.
Closer relationships with the
Otherwise,
players,
I would.
with the coaches, which I look forward to.
Sean, do you have a mahogany desk?
No, I don't subscribe to that approach.
I was going to ask you, said about coming into camp the way it used to be. It's evolved a lot through the years.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, guys, I started it from the beginning so everyone can get a good idea. But we should be getting into the new stuff here soon.
Done this for a while. Was that hard to adjust to? And I'm assuming maybe even as the years go on, teams are doing, I'll say less strain on the players because you're ramping up for an entire long season. Is that tough to adjust to? And do you even adjust more this year, maybe than you even did last year, to get the players ready more than, let's say, working them harder in training?
Yeah, I think just overall, it's the evolution of sports science and integrating that into what we do, analytics as well, which I'm a believer in. Obviously, it's not the answer, but it's part of the answer that we come to as a staff. Always trying to put them in a position to be the best version of themselves. I know we say that a lot, but that's, I think, part of what that is. Does it get frustrating at times? Yes, because you feel like you've done enough of it and you want to be able to get into some other parts that they're going to have to execute, come game time, but all things in due time.
Now, Sean, speaking of adjustments, Damar Hamlin adjusting back to everyday practice and preparing for full contact. He's been cleared for full contact. That's a question. Has he been cleared for full contact? And do you expect any trepidation from him or his teammates when it comes down to that first moment of full contact?
Yeah. With Damar's situation, like I mentioned in the spring, he has our full support and always will. And then we'll continue to take it one day at a time, and we'll go at his cadence. At this point, he's full go, and we'll take it one day at a time. So I think that's the best approach. Yeah, extreme confidence in Gabe. He's one of our hardest workers. He loves football. He's passionate about it, and when you follow that up with the work ethic, good things happen. And so, I know there's been a lot written about last season and all that. He's a good football player and will always be one. And I'm excited to watch him this season.
Sean, I know every year is a reset, but considering everything that went in even beyond football a year ago, is it maybe extra refreshing with this reset, looking forward to 2023 and putting everything of 2022 behind?
Yes, to an extent. I don't think we definitely look kind of in the what's ahead of us as opposed to what's behind us. But those experiences you take with you from a learning standpoint and a wisdom standpoint. I think we all went through that, right? So whether it's Damar's situation or many other things that we went through, I think it makes you stronger as you go forward. And that's a lesson for my kids. It's a lesson for everyone out there. It's part of who we are, and it makes you stronger moving forward.
Sean, you talked a lot about taking a step forward from rookie year to year two and kind of like what goes into that. Is there anything specifically for Kyer you're kind of looking for him to do in camp, like things specifically you're looking for him to do?
Well, I think that those conversations take place directly between myself, Kyer, and his position coach. Is just continue to grow really more than anything. He works extremely hard. This game's important to him. Being good is important to him. And so he has the DNA that way. And now he goes out there and he competes and just like the rest of them do. So it's going to be a learning opportunity starting this.
Man, I feel like that's like just the writing on the wall that we love Elam at this point. But I mean, I think McDermott just prefers Benford or Dane Jackson just based off of And so their knowledge of zone defense. I really hope that Elam has grown a little bit in overall zone scheme, but that's what training camp's all about.
This morning, and he'll continue to grow.
Sean, with regard to middle linebacker, you had said, I think with our OTAs, that you're going to wait till the pads go on, that's when you truly evaluate. That probably applies to a lot of positions out here. What's your timetable for making a decision as you enter training camp? Because it is vital from a communication and rep standpoint.
Yeah.
How do you see that?
Yeah, I don't want to really put a kind of a hard stop on when that's going to be declared, when that decision is going to be made. You're right, though. There is value to making that sooner than later. We'll know when we know, and so we've got to let that play out a little bit here at camp and get into the pads and see who leads the defense the right way, and because that's also a big piece of that position. So I'm excited about the players we have at that position, and look forward to watching them develop here.
Such coaches speak, man. Such coaches speak, bro.
How are you going to kind of meld the role between head coach and defensive coordinator going to be with the defensive personnel groups, or are you going to be paying attention to the offense? What goes into that?
Yeah. So, I've thought through that. I think it'll be a little bit of an experience, that first preseason game, quite honestly, Joe, with going through it firsthand. I've done my research on it, though, and also thought through it pretty extensively to this point. So, obviously a lot of the situations that do come up are offensively related situations. So you want to be up there, bless you, with the offense when they have the ball. That said, there are messages that need to get to the defensive players and adjustments and whatnot. So it'll be calculated when we do it and how we do it.
Is research for that, like talking to other coaches who have, taken the job from head coach to adding that on? Like, what kind of research can you do when figuring out?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that is in addition to the strengths of your own staff, in this case my staff, our staff here, and then it's always trying to fill out where you're most needed. I think too, at the end of the day, and using your instinct.
Now that you spent more time around Leonard Floyd, where do you see him on the field?
Yeah, we're excited to have Leonard. He got here, really arrived late in spring, so it was only a couple of weeks where he was around us. So I think that's one of the areas we've got questions that we have to get answered at camp, right? Like any team. And middle linebacker, corner, in this case with Leonard, specific to your question, that relationship has to grow so that we get to understand what he does best, and he understands our system, the intricacies of our system. Just because I think he arrived 2 weeks to go in spring or somewhere thereabouts. So that'll be this will be a getting to know time for us as well as it is for him.
You kind of have to preach patience to Devon because he's such an optimistic and positive person. And he's already talking about when he comes back. For you, how do you navigate that? Because obviously you want him to get back as soon as possible, but you don't want to get back too soon.
Yeah, he's been through this before. So I have full trust and confidence in Vaughn, whether it's playing football or, in this case, rehabbing and getting himself back to where and when he's ready. So, he's not one to slow down intentionally just to slow down. He wants to be out there. But I also have to trust him and our trainers to know when that time is exactly. And so, we're kind of going at his cadence as well as Nate's cadence on it. And I wish I could heal as quickly as he's healed. I got little cuts and they don't even heal as fast as he's been healing off an ACL. So
it's wild how he's technically on the PUP list and he could be activated at any time. Like, this man's just a machine. It really is. But once again, I would much prefer Vaughn to take his time. I don't want to see him till at least minimum week 4. Ideally, I wouldn't mind us holding out until week 9 when we play the Bengals. But that's me.
I'm fully confident that he'll be ready.
Sean, what's been your message to the team about managing your own goals and expectations going into a season where you want to try and get over the hump and make that wrong goal at the end of the season, but that's so far away? How do you talk to the team about that?
Yeah, I mean, we have goals. I'm not going to get into what they are. I think really the goals need, come from the team. They're derived from the players, and they take ownership of those goals. And our leadership, our guys do a great job of leading our teams.
Scott, yes, I will say that the Bills have yet to figure out how to give the reporters microphones so that we can adequately hear their questions instead of just, sort of infer based
So
off of
right now, it's
context
about
clues.
taking it really one step at a time, one day at a time. As you guys know, tis the season for a lot of projections and talk, and I'll let you guys live in that world. We live in the world of one day at a time and one snap at a time. So that's really what we're here to do, is put one foot in front of the other, work hard, answer the questions we have with our roster, some of the position battles. I'm excited to watch those develop, and just get down to playing good, solid, fundamentally physical, hard-nosed football.
Josh,
Sean, you talked about Josh showing more focus or being refocused or a new determination about him. He spoke about having a sense of the window closing on some of the older guys and maybe on this team in some ways, and especially with the older guys. What do you appreciate about that? And is that might be something you see in him and as a step forward?
You always ask these multi-layered questions, John. So the first one was about Josh's focus.
Josh's focus. I mean, when I asked him about it, he talked about the sense of a window closing as far as an urgency with the older veterans to get them a championship, and because this group is not going to be around for however many years, and he senses that. What do you appreciate about that?
Well, he's a man of the people. He's a teammate. Right. I mean,
Man of the people, J.A.
He has great awareness for that. I mean, the guys that he plays with are important to him. We had one of our interactions yesterday was brief, but he said to me, "Are you excited to be back at camp?" And I said to him the same question, and he loves camp, and that doesn't come out of every player's mouth when they're going away to college dorms. That's just the nature of what it is, right? So I just think he really enjoys being around his teammates. As you guys know, he has them over from time to time to his house. He likes that camaraderie, that fellowship. So I think that's just part of who he is. And so if I were his teammate, I would appreciate that of one of those older guys that you're alluding to, that, he understands the urgency that way. But overall, it's a new season, and you have to take it one step at a time. I think, again, I think that's the right approach.
Sean, you say that one step at a time. Obviously, it is a long season. I have a lot of moving pieces here, but what do you really try to establish today, day one of this?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we always talk about two things at the introduction meeting, which happened last night, and really the first one is why we go away to camp. I don't know how many teams still do it. Maybe less than a third of the NFL.
And so those were the days. Yeah, the Zoom interviews were ideal.
Teams still do it. And I think it's because of the advances in facilities and resources people have now at these new facilities that people are getting. And we feel the same about our facility. But that being said, we also feel there's value in getting away to camp for at least the time that we're going to be here for. And I think a big piece of that is really building the relationships where guys can hang out after practice and get to know one another a little bit better, whether it's, just time talking football or, playing cards, whatever it is. You see, some of you guys may see the chairs that they have lined up along the walkway up top there. And that's, you find guys after a meal sitting there just hanging out, getting off their feet, but also just talking life. And I think that goes a long way in terms of building a football team, or any team for that matter. That chemistry is important. That bond is important. If you don't have that, it's hard to get it once the season happens, because it's go during the season. And the other piece is that, we're here and we're trying to build an identity of our football team, especially when the pads come on. And if you don't build that physical identity, that's hard to do as well once the season gets going, in terms of being able to play physical football and run the football and stop the run and be a physical football team overall.
What do you see when you watch Dalton Kincaid, and what do you project his impact on your offense to be this season?
I feel like that's all we're looking for is Dalton.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm around my TV in the off season and that break, and so I get a chance to watch all the stuff that's said about he's going to be used in this position and that position, and he's going to be like this player, and I just like to let the guy have one practice out here. Can we just take that approach and let's just let him put his helmet on today and get out there in front of the fans and enjoy it and bless you and put some work in before we say he's going to be worth this many catches and all that type of this on fantasy and whatever it is, man. It's just
Sean, let us have fun, bro. Let us have fun.
NFL.
Let us dream, please.
Practice in.
We'll check that.
Yeah, we'll
Sean, you have a lot of bets in this locker room, obviously, but what's your message to the young people, the young players who want to be go right out of the gate, right? They want to be 100%.
By the way, Raymond, welcome, brother. I appreciate you.
How do you preach patience to them, the young guys who are just coming in the first or second?
Well, I think you got to be really internally focused. I think that's where it starts. If you're out there and you're counting numbers at my position, at your position, and you're saying, hey, well, they're probably only going to keep 5 at my position, and there's 7 guys here, and you start, kind of doing the calculation in your head. I don't think that's a healthy mindset. We talked last night about that, and I think there's really this time of year in camp, there's really 2 types of players: the players that are just trying to get through one day, and there's players who are trying to get themselves ready for the season. And usually those guys are more the veteran players who have been through it. But some of the young guys, they know the situation. They've heard stories. And the best thing they can do is, again, like I said, stay internally focused, control what they can control, and come out every day and compete.
John, when you talk about the middle linebacker position, communication side of it, is that a responsibility, wearing the green dot, calling the plays, that you definitely want as with the middle linebackers, or would you be comfortable giving that to another position like some teams have done around the league?
Yeah, ideally, I'd like it to be the middle linebacker, but I'm open. If it isn't, it isn't. That's okay too. So I'm open to whatever comes to be the best for the team.
Where do you see James Cook, the backfield, in his role for this year? We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, again, roles to me are defined a little bit more once we get to cut down time. Right now, it's, hey, go out there and compete and continue to grow as a football player. I mean, he's just in his second year now, so we'll see how that competition plays out.
Outside of the campus here at St. John Fisher, what's your favorite part of the roster?
It's so frustrating how I can't hear the questions.
Oh boy, I've got
Do you have a favorite part?
Oh yeah, I mean, first of all, the area is this Pittsford area is absolutely beautiful, and the surrounding communities, the fan support.
Yes,
I
Kevin.
like
Yes.
Dairy, as well, which I've seen a couple of you there, maybe some of you more than once. So you just need a little bit of checks and balances on that for you guys, right?
I've never been there. Get off my case.
I go with the vanilla, a chocolate milkshake, but a chocolate malt. I think not everybody has malts these days, and I'm kind of an old-fashioned ice cream guy. I think I got that from my mom. She always liked malts when I was growing up. So yeah, I'll be there a few times. But you can't report that though. Thanks, guys.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sean McDermott. Thank you for everybody that was helping me out through that process. I was completely convinced that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills were going to stream that on Twitter, or X rather. Wasn't the case. All right, first off, I noticed quite a few people in the chat already, 115. Say that you're new, which I know several of you probably are new, haven't seen my content before. Please introduce yourself right in the live chat. Where are you from? Where are you calling in? Who is your team? Obviously, I know that several of us are Bills Mafia. Several other people in the live chat I recognize are from other fan bases. Please definitely don't feel shy to introduce yourself. We love growing our community here. This is football season. Things are going up. So please, if you are new here, please make an introduction of yourself. Where are you calling from? Or where are you chatting from? Welcome to the Dan Mitchell Buffalo Bills channel. Just as a reminder, guys, I do want to let everyone know we are jam-packed. We are absolutely jam-packed when it comes down into today's content schedule. Like I said, this is my season. This is about to be me being as consistent as humanly possible. I just want to let you guys know that right now you are watching the Sean McDermott presser reaction, which we just ended up getting by. And then from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Don Mafia Live, a special 2-hour episode. That is right. We are just going to be talking about everything that is leaking from practice, and then we are going to react to sort of the Brandon Beane press conference, and then also some players, and then also Bills Mafia happy hour at 5 p.m. today, where I am going to be having Mario from Hashtag Sports coming on, while him and I are going to break down exactly what happened in practice today. So guys, listen, go on ahead and start sounding off in the comments. What were some of your biggest takeaways from that press conference? I know that Sean McDermott loves doing coaches speak. I mean, really likes to deflect on questions, been like, oh, Dalton Kincaid, let's get excited about the guy, but let's see how he is during his first practice. Let us have some fun here, Sean. All right, let us have some fun. But I mean, my adrenaline is through the roof right now, ladies and gentlemen. You have absolutely no idea. Diggs has never smiled. I saw that on Twitter for quite a bit, right? So I have a bit of a conflict. My kid's swim instructor called. I'll be tied until 5:40. I can hop in near the tail end if you're still alive, but that's my issue. But if you started at 5:30, I'll be there shortly afterwards. Let me see what I can do. That was my co-host for Bills Mafia Happy Hour. Let me see what I can do, boss. No issue. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Beautiful, everybody. Love to see it. Leon, what's going on, man? We have the best coach in the league. Leon, I wholeheartedly agree with you, my friend. I love Sean McDermott. I really want to see what he can do as a defensive coordinator this year, because we are desperate for some change in overall defensive play calling. You know me now, but I'm kind of new. From New Hampshire, go Bills. Nolan, my boy. That's what I'm talking about. New Hampshire, he's doing his thing. Meadville, Pennsylvania, Northwest PA, Lackawanna, Raymond. What's going on? I have some family out in that area. I'm familiar. Not new to the channel, but new to the live streams and loving it. Let's go Buffalo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We have quite a lineup here, ladies and gents. We have quite a lineup for the rest of, honestly, until February. This is going to be my life right now. 3 to 4 streams a day, some pre-recorded videos, a lot of TikTok stuff. So say, for example, you're new here, I highly encourage subscribing. I guarantee you that I will keep you entertained throughout the season, from training camp onto the regular season into the playoffs. So say, for example, you're new, definitely go on ahead and subscribe to this channel, and then make sure your notification bells are on, but you know exactly when I stream. It's Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST, 5 p.m. EST. And then I will also be releasing a daily content schedule as well to keep everybody in the loop. Giant shout out to our partner today. That is Bocce Club Pizza, best pizza in Buffalo, New York. They're delivering nationwide. All right. Just use code Dan for 10% off and get a taste from home if any of you are relocated from Buffalo, New York, like myself. Norm, what's going on, man? Hi, Dan. Sorry I am late to the party. Don't worry, Norm. I have several more streams coming throughout today. We just ended up reacting to Sean McDermott's press conference. It took us a while to find the actual feed, but hell, we ended up finding it. Leon, and so I'm checking in from Tampa. I just moved here 2 years ago from Saratoga County, New York. Let's go Buffalo. So I'm talking about Leon. By the way, I was still waiting. I know that you're interested to sort of have a conversation about business. Still shoot me over a DM if you're still interested in that, my friend. Definitely happy to help you out there. Bo Coro. And so our training camp tickets impossible to get. I checked day one, sold out. Bo, I know that several people in this live chat specifically had extras. I think it's all resell at this point. The best duo, really, McBean. Billy is coming on in, making it happen. Bada bing, Crosby. They better not get another full season without a mic for the reporters. Say that this was any preview of what we should be expecting throughout the throughout all of this, then it's not good. It's not good. Mark, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. And Troy reminds everybody, guys, listen, best way to support this channel is quite simply just by hitting that like button. It's free. It takes less than a second. And then it also introduces my content to another set of eyeballs that are football deprived. Definitely going ahead. We're trying to grow this community right now. This is all it. I love hanging out with the live chat, talking, hearing other takes from across the NFL, Buffalo Bills. So subscribe to this channel, like this video, and make it work. By the way, as well, I do want to give another shout out as well So I am reigniting my Discord. So my Discord link is pinned to the live chat. So say, for example, you want to keep it going, keep having these conversations when I am not live, join the Discord. It is completely free. Someone ended up giving me an idea. I don't know if I want to throw it out there in case somebody else is listening, but maybe, just maybe, I found out that I can stream live television to Discord. Figure that out. I'm not going to go into what I'm planning on doing with my Discord channel, but I think you can put two and two together. I think you can put two and two together of something that I would stream that all of you would want to see this upcoming season. I'm not going to say what it is, all right? But join that Discord, be a part of the conversation. We have a lot of very, very, very exciting things to go through with that. I don't have Twitter. Can I DM you on IG or Facebook? Yeah. Shoot me over to DM on Instagram, man. It's at Real Dan Mitchell. You shall see my animated face. So that should work out. And so I thought they fixed that mic BS last year. It hasn't been the same since COVID, back when we had the Zoom interviews where we could hear them. I feel like all interviews, like you just need to take context clues and sort of infer exactly what he's saying. Good morning from Minnesota. Mark, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Dan, and so looking forward to seeing how Kincaid is used and where he lines up and what reps from Osiris Torrance and Dorian Williams. Mark, you and I both, my friend. You and I both. We all have our, I would say, like expectations or theories of how he's going to be lined up. I feel like all of us are going to agree that he's going to be our de facto wide receiver 2, maybe even a de facto slot receiver. That's my opinion, but we're going to see today. I mean, I know that I'm going to be going through Twitter, finding as many videos as possible. And guys, once again, seriously, if you guys have any videos from training camp of like certain plays or anything along those lines, please feel free, go to my Discord and post them. We can go on ahead and react to everything. If you see a clip or something from training camp online, go on ahead and then just go to this Discord right over here. Just go to the Bills discussion channel right here and just post that, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing at 11 a.m. today. And then, like I said, Bills Mafia, Dom Mafia Live is going to be a special 2-hour episode. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on your notifications. We're going to be having a lot of fun, just sort of taking calls, sort of doing the whole thing. And then once the second hour of that stream begins, we're going to be reacting to Brandon Beane, some player conversations. It's going to be a good day, baby. Training camp is here. I'm thrilled. I know you are thrilled. Let's just keep this going. Let's keep this going. It's up 9 more minutes. And so I'll go on ahead and I'll just stream for a little bit longer right before my hour break. And then we will see. And so if you need some help, let me know. Billy, thank you. Join my Discord. Let me know, because I think you're talking about the whole Discord situation about me streaming something I feel like people would really want to see this season. Hit me up on Discord. I have, and so I have the package, so things might be able to work. And I also have NFL Plus, so I can actually watch all of the preseason games as well, which is fantastic. Do I like root beer? Elite Soda. One of my favorites. I do stay away from soda now, though, because like it just goes straight to my belly. And believe it or not, and so I am on a bit of a health kick, and so I haven't drank in like 3 weeks. Really just trying to cleanse. I've been fasting. I've been doing the whole thing. Black coffee in the morning. So yeah, but like back during football season, man, all that goes out the window. I'm chowing down on wings, pizza, sodas, beer. So I feel like this is good for my health to sort of take a little vacation. So do you think Leslie or McDermott dictated the CB2 rotation last year? And do you see more of the same this year? Kevin, man, it's hard to say, but my gut feeling is leaning toward McDermott. He has always been a zone coverage advocate. And I feel like that he wouldn't have given the nod to Frazier having that position in the first place if Frazier didn't have at least somewhat of that mentality. So I feel like that as far as CB2 is concerned, I think Elam is going to have to show a lot of progress in him learning that zone scheme for him to be the solidified CB2 this year. If not, I think McDermott's probably going to roll with Benford or Dane Jackson, not unless Elam absolutely wows this training camp with his adjustment right to that specific scheme. Because dude came from Florida. He was like a press man guy. He's going to be situational. So when when you see Kyer Elam out there, it's more than likely going to be when, say, for example, we have like a very physical or fast receiver in which we require somebody that's locked down on man coverage. But I'm thinking as far as all of the signs are pointing, I think that McDermott's probably going to go with Benford or Dane Jackson just because I feel like he's more comfortable with their ability to perform in his zone coverage scheme. That's me. I love Elam. Want him to be a part of this defense as our starting CB2. We knew drafting him that he was going to be a project going into it. But Mark, join the Discord. I absolutely love that. Look at that. Buffalo greetings. There he is. I see it all. Listen, guys, make sure you join that Discord. Make sure you join the Discord, man, where the fun doesn't stop. When I'm not streaming, that's where the audience is going to be. Let's talk a little ball. I have one of my friends coming in here saying that he will help me with my little surprise this season as well. So it's going to be popping off. Jay Sternberger, I like that signing. Highlights is pretty good. Going to be watching him. I mean, him coming into this team has become a massive, massive competition between him and Quentin Morris. Is Morris going to make this team now? Now that we have Jay Sternberger? He did very well in the USFL. And then he just had a bunch of injuries back when he was in the league. Prior to that prevented him from really starting. So maybe he is our tight end 3. We're going to have to see if he can beat out Quentin Morris. So excited getting closer to the season. Leah, hey, listen, we're basically here, in my opinion. Practice is literally starting here in, let me see. It's literally, oh, look at this. I love this. Let's react to some stuff here, guys. Let's react to some stuff right here. Talk to me about this. Oh my God, dude. I missed. Hold on. Damn, look at that, dude. Dan, get your shit together, Dan. All right, let me see. Look at this, baby. Who is there right now, man? That's the boy? He's looking fucking jacked. Dude, Josh put on some muscle, man. Look at that upper body, dude. He put on some muscle this year. And so do you think Jace bumps Morris to the practice squad? Dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm very excited to see like reports from like when camp comes out. This is absolutely incredible. Buy stocks. And so I hope Josh is ready to take some checkdowns a few weeks away. Listen, I don't want that to be a part of his game, like a part of his game at least. You know what I mean? I still want him to be our guy when it comes into it. Nice. Let me see. Omkar, what up, dude? How you doing? How's my boy Omkar doing right here? And so after today, Stephon Diggs is going to be all in again. I already know. I feel like he already is. I really hope that we can see his press conference and figure this out. Leah is going to be memorable for having my dad arriving from Cuba in the start of the season. Leah, that's so awesome. That's good. I hope that he is a Bills fan. I hope that he becomes a Bills fan if that is not the case. Big neck from ice cream. Okay. And so Kyer has much improved during the last quarter of the season. I see him solidifying his position as CB2 in training camp. I hope so, man. I hope so, because nothing makes me sadder than seeing like a first round pick not be implemented. Let's just hope. But Mark knows a lot. So Bills media did Stephon Diggs dirty on Twitter yesterday. Oh, why? With his picture of him just rolling up with like a welcome mat in his shoulder, just looking absolutely depressed. Hey, Dan, I'm currently at training camp and having a blast. Go Bills. Matthew, do me a favor, brother. Say, for example, you have any cool videos from camp. Please put them in the Discord, man. Please put them in the Discord, because that's what we're going to be doing at the 11 a.m. stream for Dom Mafia Live. Matt, hook it up. Discord. Just go on ahead and post these videos right in the Bills discussion. If anybody is at camp, dude, let me know. I feel, oh, man. It's all golf. Love that. Leah, and so congratulations. Hope you and your dad enjoy the season together. Bring him in. Same here, buddy. And so first half looks pretty smooth if we play our game. And so he will be. I haven't seen him in 22 years. That is so, oh my God, dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. I know that you were probably so thrilled to see your father. That, dude, that's awesome. Like, that just gave me chills. It really did. I'm so happy for you, Leah. And so I never saw Diggs leaving this in his best opportunity to win a bowl, and he is getting paid a bag. It didn't make sense on paper, right? It didn't make sense on paper. Trey White, Taron Johnson, Cam Dantzler, Jackson, Elam, Benford. I feel like Dantzler is going to make this team because of his ability in zone coverage, and McDermott loves that. Love that. I mean, we have Dilly Dale coming in and giving us a preview of his 53, at least from the DB side of things. With that new girlfriend, I will pump 2 Haley Steinfeld mini reason Josh is going off this year. I'll take it. Have to. Like, when you land a girl like Haley Steinfeld, you better be a winning quarterback. You know what I mean? Or otherwise, I don't know. And Sear and Neal, you got that guy coming in. Mark is coming in saying, I told Dan that we're going 14-3. Really hope so. And Dantzler can tackle. And God knows the Buffalo Bills are in desperate need of some quality tacklers. When it comes in. Guys, say, for example, you're just joining in and you are new here. Please don't be shy. Please introduce yourself right in the live chat. We are building a community here of like-minded Bills Mafia and NFL fans alike. So please go on ahead and just, sort of make an introduction right in the live chat. We love meeting new people. I know this season is right around the corner. Let us know where you were tuning in from. I always like getting a good idea of how extended Bills Mafia is. We have several people from across the pond in England, several like sort of audience members that are from London. We have a guy from Australia. We have a guy from Germany. One guy was from Sweden the other day. So definitely sick. So please go on ahead and introduce yourself if you are new here. My name is Dan Mitchell. I put out videos about the Buffalo Bills and the NFL on a regular basis. Right on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram. So definitely go on ahead and join the community here. We have a very exciting season ahead filled with a bunch of different content. So don't be shy. Please introduce yourself and join the family. Dan, the players I see there are Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox, Von Miller, and Tyler Bass. Oh, dude, we got our boy Matthew just giving us the updates. Matt, listen, you now have an assignment, my friend. Okay, join this Discord. That is number 1. It's on the top of the live chat. Give us all of your updates live view for me. Do that for me, brother. Tell us everything that is going on in the Discord, because I'm actually about to take my hour and 10-minute break as practice begins, and then I will be back at 11 a.m. Does Diggs talk today? We're going to find out, Chuck. Yeah, we're going to find out. At 11 a.m., I'm doing a special 2-hour stream. So we're just going to be having the regular show at 11, and then around 12, that's when all of these press conferences start. So hopefully we'll be able to knock that out. I'm so excited to get this going, guys. You have no idea. Yes, we need tacklers. Dilly Dale. Who knows, man? Elam and Benford beat our Dantzler Jackson. We'll see. Chat. And so what are your thoughts about our biggest advantage over other top teams? I see the incredible depth we have as being what gives us a huge advantage. Mark, I will go on ahead and I will actually sort of chime in on this as well. And mine is continuity, right? There's really not many other big name pieces that we added as of right now. So the chemistry of this team 1,000% gives us an advantage against the Jets and then the Miami Dolphins, which are adjusting not only to coaching changes, but also major positional changes into the year. I love our continuity, especially at the beginning of the season. As long as we stay healthy, the world is our oyster. The world is our oyster this year. We have a great team, and I've said this a million times, and I will say this a million times over. I pick this roster over last year's roster 7 days a week and twice on Sunday, every single time. Okay, I'll join the Discord and update you. Matthew, I appreciate that. Bills discussion. Type out anything specifically that you see so we can react to it a little bit later. I appreciate that. Diggs is scheduled to speak to the media today, and we are about to be reacting to that on another level. I absolutely love that. Chris from Wellsville, New York, what is going on, man? Welcome to the channel. Definitely excited to have you here, man. We have some good things. Another swish. And so are you at the Pittsford at camp, or are you in Pittsford at camp? No, dude, unfortunately not. I am at my home base in South Carolina right now. We're just covering everything that we see from the internet so we can start having some pretty good conversations. I wish I was there. I desperately wish I was there. Travis coming in. Welcome, brother. Who is your sleeper to make the 53? Shane Ray, defensive end. That is my sleeper to make this squad, baby. Very excited for him. I love a good story, and then we will see what's going on. We have Eric coming in asking a question. Dan, do you think Gabe Davis has a breakout season this year? I do, actually. I wouldn't even say breakout, but I would definitely see him coming back into 2021 form or 2020 form, just because he's not going to be called on to be wide receiver 2, right? He's not going to be called on that anymore because now we have another target for Josh Allen. Because Gabe Davis did his best, in my opinion, when we had Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley, right? Because those were typically Josh's main 2 targets. And then Gabe was just sort of like in the woodwork where he thrived. So I think that now that he has less of a sense of responsibility, I really think that he's going to do well. That, and he's on a contract year this year. So he needs to perform well so he could potentially get back on the Bills, or at the very worst, he's auditioning for a new position elsewhere in the league. So I do have a lot of faith into it. Guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I do want to remind everybody real quick. Oh, man, these Twitter notifications are going to get me going. But listen, today we have quite a lineup of content. So say, for example, that you are new here and you do want to come back and hang out with us. We have quite a lineup. Starting at 11 a.m., we are going to be doing Dom Mafia Live, a special 2-hour episode. We're going to be reacting to all of the leaks from camp, videos that we see on Twitter, have an open conversation, and then we're also going to be reacting to the live press conferences from players. So please, say you're new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel, put on those notification bells, hit that like button on your way in as well, and boom, I will see you guys in about an hour. Final shout out to Bocce Club Pizza. Best pizza in Buffalo, New York, shipping nationwide. Go to their website and order your pie. Get it delivered right to your front doorstep. But use code Dan for 10% off. Love y'all, and we will see you here in about an hour. Deuces.